Welcome to the Man United stream, hope you're doing well. It's Tuesday morning and we've got a jam-packed out show for you today. Yes, we're talking about the Jadon Sancho fallout from his comment on Marcus Rashford's social media quote, the freedom quote that he put out there. That has backfired because lots of Man United fans have now turned against him. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to also be talking about the summer transfer window for Man United. This is causing a lot of news and reports all over social media and in the press about how Man United are lining up a huge summer transfer window. Is there any truth to this, or could it just be complete lies from Ineos and the Glazers, which we have had for many years, where they've turned around, they've suspected that the fans are turning on them, they're suspecting that the fans are not happy, and they're expecting some kind of protest from the fans, and then suddenly they pull their money out and say, oh, we're going to go out and sign a big player, we're going to go out and buy a big striker. In today's show, we're going to be taking a closer look at these reports. Is there any substance to this? Will Man United have a big war chest in the summer transfer window, or are we just talking complete rubbish? We're going to be discussing who United need to go out and sign. Is there any player that is a must sign for United? Can they even attract the players without Champions League football? We're going to be discussing that and lots more in today's show, so make sure you stick around, make sure you hit the like button on this video, or hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and more from one single daily dose. Okay, so let's jump straight into today's show, and it is to do with Jadon Sancho. We touched on this yesterday. We reported yesterday how Jadon Sancho had made a comment on Marcus Rashford's social media post, just a picture of him obviously making his debut for Aston Villa, and well, we had Jadon Sancho put just one word there saying freedom. Freedom for who? Freedom from what? Freedom from Man United, clearly. Freedom where he's out of the prison that is called Man United and Carrington, and now he can play. I just thought it was unprofessional yesterday. That was my personal opinion. But since then, since our show yesterday, lots and lots of Man United fans, channels, all the press, everyone's come out criticising Jadon Sancho for that comment, and rightly so. Rightly so. This guy got paid by United. He wasn't doing anything for free. He wasn't there just out of his goodness of his heart. He was there because he was getting paid huge amounts of money by Man United. So was Marcus Rashford. 300 plus a week. 300k plus a week. And Marcus Rashford couldn't train hard enough. Didn't want to train. And what you call that freedom? You don't call that freedom. This is despicable behaviour by anybody. And these professional footballers, or so-called professional footballers these days, not working hard enough is unacceptable. You see other teams. I mean, Marcus Rashford now has gone to Aston Villa. I want to see him train with the likes of Rodgers and the other young players there. And I want to see if Marcus Rashford is going to put in only 50%. That'll be really interesting to see. Why? How can you expect to be a top world-class footballer and not put in the hours? He had the example of Cristiano Ronaldo. So did Jadon Sancho. When Ronaldo turned back to United again, they saw how hard he trained. Sancho and Rashford. Why did that not inspire them? But that was actually Cristiano Ronaldo's parting shot. Remember his interview that he did with Piers Morgan? He said the young players do not train hard enough. They don't work hard enough, and they haven't got the commitment. Maybe that was a parting shot towards Marcus Rashford and Sancho. Maybe. We don't know the internal affairs of United. We don't know what's going on in that training. And look, lots and lots of managers have come and said the same thing. It's not just Ruben Amorim. Other managers have said the same thing about Marcus Rashford and about Jadon Sancho, that they do not train hard enough. They're not working hard enough. And for him to make that comment was below the belt. Personally, I think Jadon Sancho should have kept his mouth shut and do his talking on the pitch. He kind of started well for Chelsea. I don't know where he is right now, but do I think he's going to become a world-class player? No, he's not. Do I think Marcus Rashford will be? I don't think so. I look at that Aston Villa team and I think Marcus Rashford's going to actually struggle to get into that team. That's what I'm thinking. I saw them against Tottenham on the weekend in the FA Cup, and I thought, no way will Marcus Rashford, on his current form, get into this Aston Villa team. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about Jadon Sancho's his comment. Do you think it was below the belt? Do you think who cares? Who cares what Jadon Sancho has to say? Allow Jadon Sancho. Let's concentrate on what we're doing and let's back this manager and let's try and make a success of this season. Let's go and try and win the FA Cup. Let's go and try and win the Europa League and then put ourselves back on the map, because we desperately need Champions League football. And the reason why we need Champions League football is because if we want to go out there this summer and completely overhaul our team, we will need some kind of incentive to bring these players in. Footballers these days do not want to join clubs that are not promising them Champions League football or big competitions. So United will have to try and win the Europa League. They have to try and get into Champions League. But without it, they can't really go out there and overhaul the entire team. And that's where I'm actually not sure whether these rumours, these reports about having a huge war chest in the summer transfer market are true. I don't believe Ineos and the Glazers will do that. First of all, Ineos are penny pinchers. They are penny pinchers. They're not the type of owners to go out there and sign big name players. You've seen their history with Nice. They've not done anything with that club. Yes, there's a bit more pressure on them when it comes to Man United, but again, I don't feel they're the type of owners who are going to go out there and sign huge players. Gone are those days. Gone are those days where we had Woodward going out there and throwing ridiculous money at players who were past their best. Right now, Ineos will concentrate just on bringing in unknown players, young players with the potential of even increasing in value. That is their business model. We've said it many times and we keep saying that. Do not expect huge names coming in this summer transfer market. I know some other channels have been reporting that, look, United are looking at huge major signings. No, they're not looking at major signings, but they are looking at bringing in quite a number of players. Not maybe the names that you might know, like Gyökeres or Osimhen and things like that. No, players like that are not on their list. Yes, if they can get them on the cheap, they'll bring them in. But their main targets will be unknown players, players that are young with a huge potential and can come into the Premier League and really hit it off. That's what they're looking for. Like Dorgu. I mean, Dorgu, the new left back, right back that we have, we would never have picked him as a new left back for us. We were looking at Mendes, we were looking at other players, big name players, but United have gone for somebody who's unknown with the potential of making it big. And that's what we're hearing. That's what we have from our sources close to United, that they're looking at names that you're probably not got on you. That United are looking at names that you've probably not got on your list as players that you want to bring in. And maybe that makes a lot more sense because that relieves some of the pressure from United. If they don't even get into the Champions League, they still can bring in these players who don't expect United to be in the Champions League and will not be expecting to play in the Champions League themselves. Whereas if you're looking at the likes of Gyökeres or Osimhen, that will be their number one stipulation. They will want to play in the Champions League. So if there's another club out there that is in the Champions League, like PSG or Chelsea or Arsenal, whoever it is, they will probably go to them over United just because of the Champions League football being offered. That is our take on the summer transfer market. Let us know in the comments below what you think about this. Who do you think United should be going out there and signing, and who should they not be going after? Another big concern United have is the goalkeeper Onana. Many fans are pointing out that we need to replace our goalkeeper. He's simply not good enough, and we agree 100%. 100% Onana is not a United goalkeeper. He's shown over this season that he is just not good enough. Simply not good enough. And the quicker we as United fans and the board and the management at United can realise that he's not a good keeper and go and bring in somebody else, someone just solid. We just need someone solid, someone who can simply, just play a simple game, can stop shots and do the basics, what a goalkeeper has to do. Come out and flipping catch the ball on crosses. Look at this guy. Look at Onana. He stands on his goal line and does not move. He's a statue. Why can we not see that? I can't understand Man United fans coming out saying, oh, Onana's a top goalkeeper. He is not a top goalkeeper. He is not. I don't care what anyone says, he is not a top goalkeeper. And without that core, that solid core in the middle of Man United, the goalkeeper, the two centre-backs, and a top CDM, we will not succeed. We need to completely become a brick wall at the back, and without a top goalkeeper who can dictate things, who can give the confidence to the centre-backs, we're not going to do well going forward. That is my take on it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Onana, what you think about replacing him, or do you think we keep him? We keep him because he is a good goalkeeper. Let us know, because we really want to hear from Man United fans on what they think should be happening with Onana. You are watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans, for the fans.